Hey everyone, it's Mandy. This is going to be a beginner's video for everyone who's been asking me about it and for friends and family who may be new to yoga or have done it before but want a good refresher. So we're going to start off with a couple breathing techniques that you'll use throughout the entire class, and then we're going to do some sun salutations that will build off of the traditional sun salutation, and that'll be the bulk of the class, and then we're going to end with some restorative poses to make you calm, peaceful, and relaxed throughout the rest of the day. So get out your mat and have a seat. We're going to start just in the center of your mat in a nice comfortable seated position. You don't have to cross your legs so extreme. You can do wherever feels best for you. You can even bring them out like this, whatever's comfortable. And we're just going to breathe regularly for a few breaths, and then we're going to do some deep breathing that you'll use in some of the poses we'll do a little bit later. So start in a nice seated position and take a few natural breaths. You can have your hands on your thighs or you can have them open, whatever feels good. Just warming up the body. And we're going to take a few deep breaths in. And hands up. And deep breath out through your nose. And one more time. And deep breath out. And on your next inhale, reach up your left arm. And place your right hand right next to you. And then on your exhale, tilt over to your right. Nice deep breath out. And come back up, inhale. And inhale your right arm up. And exhale to your left. And one more time on each side, inhale up. And exhale down. And one more time on the other side, inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale everything back up to the center. And rest your hands on your legs one more time. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, or out through your nose. I usually do out through my nose. And now we're going to get into sun salutations. So come into tabletop. Hands right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips, a nice 90-degree angle. And we're going to do some cat-cow, so you want to breathe in, drop your belly, lift your tailbone up, head up, and exhale, curl everything in, pull your belly button to your spine, round your shoulders, nice and easy. And deep breath in. And exhale. A couple more times. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And on your next inhale, come back into tabletop. Tuck your toes and come into down dog. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. And here you can pedal your feet. You want to make sure that your hands are shoulder width apart and your feet are hip width apart. And you can bend your knees, pedal them a little bit, it'll open up the calves for you. If you can't get your heels all the way down to your mat, that's perfectly fine. Wherever you are is okay. You want to make sure that your shoulders are pushing down into your back and you're not punching them forward. And you want to make sure that your hands are nice, there's nice space right in between each of them. Like you're digging into the beach. And you could stay here for a couple more breaths. And from here you're going to round up into plank. And drop your knees. Go down on your belly, then your chest. Flatten your feet. Lift up into cobra. And if cobra is a little too much, you can always come into sphinx. Keep your elbows and your shoulders in nice alignment, and then just press on up. But if you can come up all the way into cobra, that's okay. If you want a little challenge, come up into up dog and lift your thighs off the mat. If you can't do that, that's okay. And in cobra, as you exhale, you can kind of turn to your left and turn to your right. Get a nice stretch in your shoulders, your low back, your legs. And from here, tuck your toes again. Push your hips up to the sky. Back into down dog. And from here, you can walk slowly up to the front of your mat, up to your hands. Fold over into a forward fold. Let your head hang. Don't look up. Don't move your head around. Just let it hang freely. Bend your knees as much as you have to so your torso can lay right onto your thighs. And from here, take a deep inhale and come to a flat back. And exhale into forward fold. And inhale it all the way up to stand. Sweep your arms up to the sky. And exhale into prayer in mountain pose. Deep breath in here and deep exhale. We're going to do the second sun salutation now. We're going to sweep our hands up to the sky one more time. Deep inhale. And exhale into forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale into forward fold. Bring your hands to your mat. Sweep your right leg behind you all the way to the back of your mat. Bring your left to meet it. And from here, if you want to just do knees, tummy, heart, up into cobra, you can do that. But if you're feeling a little more adventurous, you could do chaturanga all the way down. Elbows close to the body. Push down. It's like a tricep push-up. And then push up into cobra. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You want to move around here a little bit. That's good. Tuck your toes. Come into down dog. Lift your hips high. Make sure you're in correct alignment. Make sure you're not hunching your shoulders either. You don't want to hurt them. And from here, you can drop your knees and come into reverse child's pose. Take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out, and rest here for a moment. Now we're going to do the second sun salutation, so come right out of child's pose, push your hips back into down dog, and slowly walk, or again, you're feeling adventurous, you can jump up to the top of your mat, whatever you can do. And then exhale into forward fold, let your belly rest right on your thighs. Inhale up to flat back, shoulders down, don't want to hunch your shoulders. Deep breath in, float your arms up, and exhale into prayer, into mountain pose. Now our third sun salutation, we're going to start off the same, but we're going to work on our legs this time. So we're going to sweep our arms up, inhale, exhale through your nose, sweep on down to forward fold, inhale into flat back, put your hands down toward the mat. Right leg back, left meets it. Either knees, chest, knees, belly, chest, or chaturanga, whatever you feel. Push up into cobra, tuck your toes, come into down dog. Now from here, and we're going to lift. And bring your right leg right into the center of your hands, however far you can get it. If not, you could just walk it up to the front, frame your foot with your hands. You could drop your left heel to the ground. You want your feet to be in a 45-degree angle, pointing toward the left front of your mat. You want your heels to be aligned, and make sure that your knee doesn't go over your toes. You want to be in a nice 90-degree angle. And I'm going to inhale up into warrior one. Keep your hips at a 90-degree angle, nice and square toward the front of your mat. deep inhales and exhales. You want to play around with your right leg here. You can find a good balance. If you want a little more of a challenge, take this left leg out a little further. Just make sure your knee's in the correct alignment. A few more breaths. And inhale, exhale. And from here, turn to the back of your mat. Put your foot at a 90-degree angle and sweep your arms into warrior two. And here you can kind of widen your stance if you want. Make sure your heels are still in alignment and your knees and your right leg is in a 90-degree angle. And you want to be playing tug of war with your arms. So to straighten out a little more, this arm is winning. So you want to kind of find your balance here, right in the center, pinch your shoulder blades together, and look directly over your right index finger. And hold for a few breaths. Make sure your tailbone is tucked in. About 4 breaths here. We're going to come into reverse warrior. Drop your left hand onto your left leg. Don't put it on your knee. You can either put it on your thigh or on your calf, wherever you can reach. Sweep your right arm up toward the sky. Keep your hips and your legs in the same position as warrior two. We're just reversing it. A few breaths here. And we're going to come back into warrior two. We're going to straighten our knee, give it a little rest, and we're going to push it back down. A few more times. Up, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And we're going to bring our right forearm onto our right thigh. We're going to sweep our left arm up, preparing for triangle. If this is where you want to stay, that's perfectly fine. If you want to try full triangle, you want to tip forward until you reach the ground or your ankle, wherever you can find. Just avoid that knee. You can come up onto your calf if you want, wherever you can reach. Fingers up towards the sky, deep breath in, and deep breath out. A few more breaths here. And we're going to bend that knee. We're going to sweep our left hand by our right foot. We're going to pivot our left foot so it's facing forward, so we're in a low lunge. And then we're going to take our right hand up toward the sky, twisting your torso open to the right side. And a few breaths here. And bring it on down when you feel you're ready. Bring that right foot back to your left. Either chaturanga down or knees, belly, heart. Push up into cobra. Back into down dog. Pedal your feet out. Move around, alternate your hands, whatever feels good. Drop your knees. We're going to come into child's pose to get a little breather. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And we're going to come back into down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Hang out here for a few breaths. Pedal your feet. Try to see how far you can get your heels down to the mat now. And lift your leg up. In a three-legged dog. Wherever you can get your foot. And then sweep your left foot up into the center of your hands. Frame your Then drop your right heel to the ground. Make sure that your toes are at a 45-degree angle, pointing up toward the right side of your mat. And we're going to lift up, deep breath in, find your balance, and come into warrior one. A few breaths here. And we're going to pivot over to the right side of your mat. Point your toes toward the right side of your mat in a 90-degree angle. And we're going to bring our hands into our chest and then push them out into warrior two. You want to make sure that your tailbone is tucked in. Thighs are nice and strong, 90-degree angle in your knee. And pinch your shoulder blades together. This time the right hand is playing tug of war and it's winning. You want to make sure that your body is right in the center. Focus your gaze over your left index finger. A few breaths in. And deep breath out. And we're going to play around with our leg here. Give it a little rest. Bring it up. And exhale. Bring it back down to a 90-degree angle. One more time. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. And come into reverse warrior, inhale, and exhale, reach your right hand down your leg, down your calf, thigh, wherever you can reach. Just avoid your knee. Hold this for a few breaths. And make sure that you're not tilting forward or tilting back. You want to be in a nice straight line. And inhale back to warrior two. Deep breath in and out. And bring your left forearm to your right, or your left thigh. Bring your right arm up, fingertips toward the ceiling or the sky. A few breaths here. If you feel like coming into full triangle, straighten out your left leg. And put your left leg down as far as you can until you can reach your ankle, your foot, the floor, wherever you can reach. Wherever is good for you today. Some days will be better than others. You can find a different place tomorrow. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and then your left leg, bring your right hand to frame it, and your left. Pivot your right foot toward the front into a low lunge. Hang out here for a few breaths if you feel like. It's a good hip opener. And bring your left foot to meet your right. And either chaturanga down or knees, tummy, chest. And push up into cobra or sphinx. Tap your toes. Come into down dog. Few breaths here, and drop your knees and come into child's pose. And if you can't sit on your ankles, you can keep your big toes together, separate your knees as much as you can, and let your belly fit right in between. Stretch your arms out as far as you can above you. Make sure your shoulders are down. If you want to try to get your hips closer to your ankles, you can slowly push your hands and find a good spot. Rest your forehead on your mat. And when you're ready, come into tabletop, knees together, 90-degree angle. And 90-degree angle with your body. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up into down dog. And we're going to slowly walk ourselves up to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Let your head hang. you want to take each arm, each elbow, sway side to side into a ragdoll. It's good to let your head hang. Let all the tension release in your low back. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in into halfway up, flat back, and inhale up, and exhale into prayer, into mountain pose. A few breaths in, and a few breaths out. And from here, we're going to do a couple standing poses. So I'm going to turn toward you so you can see a little easier. You can stay at the front of your mat if you like. From mountain pose, we're going to bring our foot up and hug your knee into your chest, into your belly. If you have bad knees, take a hold of your thigh right underneath your knee. If you're okay and your knees are all right, just take your calf. Don't press on your knee. That wouldn't be good. Wherever you feel is better for you. Stretch out your hips. And we're going to tilt your left knee out. And we're going to place your foot right on your thigh. If you can't get it on your thigh and have good balance, you can just bring it down to the mat. Little toes at the ground and your heels on your ankle, wherever you can reach. And just kind of test with your balance here. We're coming into tree pose. So test your balance. Kind of wiggle your toes up as far as you can go. Come to your calf. Don't place it on your knee. Wherever you can find balance. And just keep your hands in prayer. If you sway, that's perfectly fine. I'm swaying a little today. But if you're feeling a little adventurous, grab a hold of your ankle and bend this right leg a little bit so you kind of create like a diagonal shelf for your leg, for your foot. And make sure that this leg is nice and open, hips are nice and open toward the front. And wherever you want your hands to be, if you're feeling a little adventurous with your balance today, bring your hands on up into a tree. If you're swaying, that's perfectly fine. Trees do the same thing. I'm swaying a little bit. Focus on contracting your stomach. That'll also help with your balance. So pull everything in nice and tight. Thighs nice and strong. Feet are grounded into the ground. You feel the ground around every inch of your foot. You want your toes to be nice and spread out, like you're digging into the beach again. And then when you're ready, bring it on down. And do the same thing with your right. Bring your right leg up. Nice stretch. Move your feet if you want. Spread them out. Whatever feels good. And then bring your right leg out. And if you want, you could start off here, wherever you feel is good. Come up to your calf. Try to test your balance. Make sure that you feel your mat or the ground or a towel, whatever's under you. Make sure you feel it all around your foot. That'll help with your balance. And bend this left leg a little bit. And then if you're feeling adventurous, be adventurous today. Be adventurous today. Bring your right leg up to your thigh. Bend this a little bit. Create like a diagonal shelf for your foot. And bring your hands up toward the sky. Even if you want to shift your gaze a little bit, look up. Find one fixed point where you can look. That'll also help with your balance. Deep breath in and deep breath out. However long you can stay here, test your balance and bring it on down. Now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do some prep for dancer pose. So we're going to bring our left leg up. Hug it into your hips as much as you can. If you want, you can bend your right knee just a little bit just to create some extra balance. And again, you want your feet to be nice and spread out. So find your balance, wherever that is. And bring your left foot up toward your hips. And we're going to place our hand on the inside of our left foot. And we're going to keep bending this knee just a little bit to create some balance. And what we're going to do is we're going to press our foot into our hand. And as we do, you can keep your right hand wherever you feel balanced. And then just push your left foot into your left hand. So just, if you fall a couple times, if you lose your balance, it's perfectly fine. Find your balance wherever it is. And when you do, bring your right arm out to the front of you. Place your hand down, up, sideways, wherever you want. You just keep pressing your left foot into your left hand. If you lose balance, it's perfectly fine. Just try again. Find your balance again. And deep breath in. And exhale as you push that left foot into your left hand. Gaze forward, find a fixed point to keep your balance. Tummy is nice and tight. And when you feel ready, bring it on down, and we're going to do the other side. So make sure that your left foot is nice and spread wide. Your left knee is a little bent. Bring your right foot into your hip. Wherever you can go. If you can grab it from here, that's fine. If you want to grab your toes, wherever your hand can reach, that's perfectly fine. And from here, press your right foot into your right hand. Bring your left hand toward the front. And keep pushing. Bend this leg a little bit just to create some balance. And if you feel that balance, go ahead and straighten it out. And push a little more. Couple breaths here. And bring your right foot down. And we'll do one more sun salutation. Bring your arms up. Inhale. And exhale. And come into a forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Shoulders down. And forward fold again. Plant your palms into your mat. Right foot back. Left meets it. Chaturanga down, or the modification, whatever you want. And push up into cobra. And inhale into down dog. Hips nice and high. Pedal your feet. And bring your knees down into child's pose and push your hips back onto your ankles. Deep breath in and out. Just catch your breath here, slow your heart rate a little bit. And from here, we're going to come back into tabletop. And we're going to push ourselves up into plank. And from here, we're going to bring your left knee toward the center of your mat, right in between your hands. And we're going to set our right knee gently down onto the mat and push our hips into pigeon. Now you want to make sure that your knee is in alignment with your sternum, so you're in one solid line. And you want your foot either to come out a little further, or if you have knee problems, bring it in closer to your body. And you want to make sure that your hips are parallel toward your mat, and your thighs are against the mat, so is your knee, all the way down to your toes. And from here you can stay upright, maybe take a little twist to one side. Inhale, go in the center. Exhale, twist a little bit. Whatever feels good. If you want to move around. And then to open up your hips a little more, come down onto your forearms. Wherever you can go, if you want to come up halfway. And if you want an even deeper stretch, you can come all the way down. few deep breaths here. Inhale through your nose, out through your nose. And come back up. And tuck your right toes. Lift your hips up. Come back into plank. Hang out here for a little bit. And push yourself into down dog. Pedal your feet, move around. And bring your right knee toward the center. Come on down as far as you can go. If your hip doesn't go all the way down and you're kind of up like this, you can always put either a yoga block, a little pillow, or even like a rolled up towel. Just set it right underneath your hip bone here until you can fully get down onto your hip. And from here you can do some twist to the left. Inhale. Exhale, twist the other side. Move around. Try to find a good place if you kind of want to come over to the side. Whatever part of your hip, just feel into your hip. See where you have any areas of tension and just try to work on those. Breathe into them. Let all the oxygen loosen it up. And then come on down if you can. Inhale and exhale. And hang out here for a bit. And come up when you're ready. And even maybe do a little back bend if you want, whatever feels good. Just move around easy in your body. Tuck your left toes. Push your hips up. Come back into plank. Hang out here for a bit. Challenge your core a little bit. And lift your hips up. Back into down dog. And drop your knees and come back into child's pose for a couple deep breaths here. And from here, come back into tabletop. And just slowly put your left hip down onto the mat. We're going to do a couple leg stretches and some twists to open up your legs and open up your back and your chest. So from here, come into staff pose. Flex your feet. Nice inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, reach on down toward your toes. If you can't reach, bend your legs a little bit. Rest your tummy right on your thighs. Grab whatever you can get, your toes, your ankles, your calves even. Whatever feels good. And as you exhale, try to straighten up your knees a little bit and exhale deeper. Situate your hips so you're sitting on your sitting bones, nice and even. We're going to take our left knee into our chest, give it a little squeeze, and we're going to place that left foot over top of your right leg. You want to be lined up with your knee, and from here we're going to take our right arm, right elbow, left knee, and our left hand right at the base of our spine, right at our tailbone. Take a gentle twist toward the left. Inhale, and long exhale, and twist even further. And if you want, you can bring this leg and bend it so you can get a nice stretch in this right hip too. Wherever you want your leg to be. Spine nice and long, shoulders down, don't hunch. And bring your right leg back out. And your left knee, give it a squeeze again. Send it out long in front of you. We're going to do the same thing on the other sides. Bring your right knee up. A little squeeze. Open up the hip. Place your right foot near your left knee. Make sure you're on your sitting bones. If you want to kind of situate yourself again, that's fine. Bring your left elbow to your right knee, right hand at the base of your back of your spine, near your tailbone. Take a gentle twist to the right side. Inhale, and exhale, twist even further. However far you can twist is good. And if you want, you can bend your left leg into your right hip so you can open up your hip a little more. And exhale. Spine nice and long. And come back to center. Left leg out. Untangle yourself. Hug your knee in. And send it out long. And from here, we're going to do a little abs. So we're going to do boat pose. Bring both knees into your chest. Grab a hold of your thighs right underneath your knees. Tilt back a little bit so your arms are a little straighter. You want to play with your balance. Balance on your sitting bones and your tailbone. And slowly bring your feet up into boat pose. If you feel like this is a challenge right here, just stay right here. Open up your chest. Shoulders down. Neck nice and long. And if you want a little challenge, let go of your legs. Float your hands forward. Contract your belly into your spine. Shoulders down. And if you want to challenge yourself a little more, straighten out your legs. Stay nice and long. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Steady breath. And when you're ready, come back to center and set your feet down. Try that one more time. Find your balance. Lift your legs up wherever you can go. And deep breath in. And deep breath out. Hold. A couple more breaths. And exhale. Good job. And from here you can kind of stretch out your feet if you want. And we're coming into the restorative part of today. So send your legs nice and long out in front of you. Come into a forward fold again. Grab your toes, soles of your feet, ankles, whatever you can get. And from here, bring your feet together. And situate your sitting bones so you're sitting nice and tall, knees out. Grab a hold of your feet. You kind of can hold your feet without clasp hands, just one on top of the other. Grab a hold of your feet. Shoulders down your back, nice and long. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And as you exhale, bring your elbows to the outside of your calves and drop your head. Nice stretch for the hip flexors in your legs and your back. Few breaths here. And as you exhale, come deeper. Come down a little bit more. wherever you can cross them. And we're going to just focus on our breath for the rest of the class here. Just breathe normally. Focus on your breath. Focus on counting your breath after working so hard. And from here, bring your legs out. We're going to come down to sit, so situate yourself in the center of your mat. You're going to roll down one vertebra at a time. Come down to lay on your mat. Hopefully you don't have a bun that's getting in the way. And from here you can either starfish your legs out, place your arms out on your side, whatever feels good. Did not put my bun high enough. And we're going to just rest in Savasana, Savasana. We're going to rest in Savasana for the rest of the time here. Focus on your breath. Focus on clearing your mind. Whatever anxieties you have, just let all of it go. Focus on your body. Focus on your heart beating and your breath. In and out, nice and deep. For a few minutes here, however long you feel you want to stay here. Focus on releasing any tension that you feel in certain parts of your body. You want to find that tension and just work on it. Letting it out. Focus all of your oxygen and all of your breath into that area of tension and release it. Focus on your inhales and your exhales. You want to feel the mat on every inch of your body. Let your breath slow down. If your mind starts to wander, just focus back on your breath and your breathing. And when you feel you're ready, start wiggling your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Bring the sensation back in your body. Place your left knee up. Tilt your hips, roll to your side. Set your head onto your arm like a pillow. And when you're ready, use your hands to push you up, back into a seated position. Take a few more breaths here. Focus on your breath. Focus on your intention. Whatever you want to let go today, just let it go. Just focus on your breath. And if you want, you can bring your hands in a prayer position. Put your thumbs right near your heartbeat. Just focus on your breath and focus on your heartbeat. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the first full beginners video. And hopefully I'm going to do a class with my friends and family, and hopefully I'll be able to film that too. It'll pretty much be everything that we did in this video. So if you want to practice it before you actually physically come, then that would be awesome. So you're fully ready and ready to go. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.